With the new movie coming out, we already know what characters are going to come to the DLC. It is a given. We know this is going to happen. Happened the last movie. It's going to happen again this movie. So I think it's time that we might as well go ahead and talk about Piccolo, because he's going to be coming in the DLC, especially since he's getting a new form. I won't let you see me like that. It appears that you weren't on the same burning. There are a lot of things we don't know about this form yet, and we won't know until we see the movie. I kind of changed my mind. I think I will go watch it earlier, and I'll probably give a review on it. I don't know. Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll probably give a review on it. Maybe. I don't know. Point is, the movie's probably going to be alright, and it's going to give some character development for Piccolo and for Gohan, and I am actually pretty stoked to see how far they're going to go. And I'm telling you now, Gohan's getting a new form, so I'm ready to see what that new form is. So I'm kind of stoked just for that. Not to mention Broly's going to be in the movie. You got... See, I had a brain fart. Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, Whis, Pan, you know, a lot of old characters that we ain't seen in a while. Trunks and Goten are finally grown up. So Xenoverse has a lot to pull from when they're talking about what characters to bring and add to the DLC, because now they don't have to think about characters that haven't been added yet. Now they get to focus on brand new characters, because that's what's going to bring them money. So just like they did with Ultra Instinct, just like they did with Rose and the Zamasu arc, just like they did with all that, just like they did with the Broly movie, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to follow suit, and they're going to give us characters from the movie. There's going to be a whole DLC dedicated to movies, and that is more than likely why there is a DLC 15, because there's probably going to be 2 DLCs dedicated to the characters in this movie. I don't see why not. I'm calling it now. But maybe, hopefully I'm wrong, and they're eventually going to let this thing die, but we're going to see. We're going to see, but point is, Piccolo is coming. Piccolo is going to be one of them characters. He's got a new form, and he is featured in this movie, so he's going to have his own character DLC. I truly believe that. And if you don't believe that, then you haven't been playing the game long enough to be, or buying the DLCs long enough to watch what Bandai Namco does to us. Because this, at this point, it's common sense about who we're about to get. I'm not sitting here going, oh, well, I just randomly think. No, think about this. Every time that they come out with something new, Xenoverse is getting a DLC with one of them new characters. Am I wrong? I'm just saying. Look at what they've done in the past. Every time, every single time a new character can be given, it has been given. DLC is the only thing keeping Xenoverse somewhat zombified at this point. It's not dead, but it's definitely not all the way there. It's so far gone from what it used to be. It is destroyed compared to what it used to be. I wish that I could sit here and tell you that all we got to do is gather all of our chakras together, gather the key within us, and let Bandai know what we really wanted. But unfortunately, even though that's, theoretically what a lot of you have done, y'all have lended a lot of energy to a lot of content creators that have pushed Bandai Namco to give us exactly what we want. But at the end of the day, they know that we're going to buy whatever they give us. So it's hard for them to stray from what they're doing. The great saying is, don't fix what isn't broken. And unfortunately, they still make good money off of it. So it's not broken. They're going to continue to do it. So we're getting Piccolo. Piccolo and Gohan, for sure. That's 2 characters. I'm not calling it now. I know it. That's just how they operate. So now that we know that we're getting Gohan and Piccolo, let's talk about Piccolo real quick. What can Piccolo actually get? What do you think this new form will actually entail? Because a lot of people are saying this is like a Super Namekian form. But it's not a Super Namekian form, because he already had that when he fused with Kami and already had Nail in him, so he was stronger than a Super Namekian. I don't know what it would be called or whatever, but, some people are saying like Universal Namekian, like, no, it's all good. It's point is, I'm not really sure how much of a difference this is going to make for Piccolo. And I talked in a previous video, 3 or 4 videos ago, about what the form could actually entail. And what I was thinking was the form would be more of since Guru is a Namekian similar to Kami, and the reason I say that is because in the lore, now granted this isn't canon, so they have room to work with, but in the lore with the movies, Lord Slug was the evil version of Guru from Namek. So Slug was evil Guru, where on Earth you have Kami, and then you have Piccolo, which was evil. But, you know, then he turned good. But point is, Guru could actually awaken powers within, you know, other beings. And my whole theory about this was, what if Piccolo, since he already was a Super Namekian, found a way to access that ability, and instead of using it on somebody else, used it on himself? Not so much as like he can like raise his own power, but he was able to tap into that energy, or that sort of key, or that sort of transformation, and be able to access it as a viable fighting style and a viable source of becoming stronger. So that's what I think it is. Now, I'm sure it's going to boost everything. You know what I mean? It's going to be a hell of a transformation for sure. But how on par is it compared to other transformations? Like, is this going to be like a color palette change, or is this going to be a totally different fighting style Piccolo? Because you got to think about it. When Goku transforms into Ultra Instinct, that's not Goku fighting no more. It's just Ultra Instinct. He's dodging everything. It's a totally different fighting style. So I would hope that it would be a different, you know, type of Piccolo, where we're looking at moves we've never seen before. I mean, yeah, of course he's going to use the Mankan Koza Pa, you know, right at the screen. So I do believe that there is a lot of potential for Piccolo to be awesome in this movie, and I think he will do very well. I really do. I just don't know what exactly this transformation is going to be. So I would like for y'all to put it down below in the comment section. What would y'all want it to be? I personally would want it to be so much of a higher grade than what he was, to the point of his fighting style is unrecognizable. Like, using moves in ways that we haven't ever seen. You know, like the stretchy arms come back in a way that we haven't seen before. Like, seriously, he rarely uses the stretchy arms. So I believe that if they did this right, this would be an awesome transformation and a hell of a DLC for Xenoverse 2. I really do. But I also believe that they could definitely just make it like a Gohan, like Ultimate Gohan, and now it's like Ultimate Piccolo. So fighting style is the exact same, and yeah, he's just greener. I mean, y'all tell me what y'all think. If y'all really want him to have the same fighting style, do y'all think he'll have a different fighting style? Because my thing is, Piccolo and Gohan are getting spots, and I'm going to talk about Gohan in another video down the road. But I wanted to talk about Piccolo real quick, because Piccolo is a character that hasn't had any development since the Cell arc at all. He has been a mentor figure since the Cell arc, so now he's getting a new transformation, so it needs to be a special transformation. Now, whether we'll get that for our CACs or not, that would be boss for Namekians. Except for the fact Namekians are already overpowered, so I wouldn't... But anyways, we talk about Xenoverse and getting Piccolo stuff for the game, and hey, it's definitely possible that now a Namekian could get a transformation. But I'll talk about that in another video as well. If you stayed to this long, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Check out my hood to watch this shit. Peace. It's only the beginning.